Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. And Angel Reese is to be completely believed that there's no hate. They both get along. They're cool with each other. They're high-end competitors, etc., etc. And you also are old enough to know that in this society, whether they want to admit it or not, they don't like seeing somebody black coming at somebody white who is a beloved star of theirs. But you've known they were coming for you when you were waving your hands in your face to mock Caitlin Clark when you were beating her for the net.
The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has gotten out of hand. Stephen A. Smith has now joined the discussion with a message so direct that it might destroy careers. We reveal the true conflict, the background of this rivalry, and the reasons why the WNBA may be squandering its greatest chance ever tonight.
Player of the week. There have only been 40 triple-doubles in the history of the WNBA. Cheryl Swoops recorded the first WNBA triple-double during the 1999 season, while Caitlin Clark logged the most recent triple-double earlier this week. She now has 102 on the season and is 19 away from Diana Taurasi in second place and 26 away from UNESCO and New York Liberty. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP, but she's beating Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over. And props to Angel Reese, who's had a good year.
The NCAA Women's National Championship in April 2023 marked the beginning of it all. LSU versus Iowa. Following a run of incredible performances in which she scored 40 points in consecutive games, Caitlin Clark attracted millions of people who had never seen women's basketball before. However, Angel Reese LSU had other ideas. In the last minutes, Reese made fun of Clark in front of a worldwide audience by making the now famous "You can't see me" motion and pointing to her ring finger. The internet took off. Some referred to it as confidence and enthusiasm. It was deemed unsportsmanlike by others. That one incident set the stage for one of the most divisive rivalries in contemporary sports.
They were going to come for you. You had to know that. Now, to the degree that they're doing so, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. You had a decisive advantage because they made the mistake of letting you know who they are, whoever those people are. That's not the case with all. It's not the case with most. But those who screech the loudest get the most attention sometimes. And that's what the worst of cynics and critics.
Time travel to the WNBA. The Indiana Fever's new face, Caitlin Clark, is selling out every venue she enters and breaking rookie records. She also has to deal with harsh comments, trash talk, and incessant criticism from Angel Reese, who often interrupts her. That's when Stephen A. Smith dropped the bomb, and he never won. He called both guys amazing athletes on ESPN's First Take, but he gave Reese a plain warning. You had to know they were coming for you. Perception is just as important in today's sports environment as performance, and Reese may be paying more than she knows for her public persona. Numbers speak the truth. Therefore, let's talk about them. Games with Caitlin Clark drew an unprecedented 1 million viewers on average throughout the NCAA tournament, a record for women's college basketball. Games in the WNBA sans Clark may sometimes fall short of 400,000. Record ticket sales, crowded venues, and soaring product sales all occur while Clark is playing. This is data, not opinion. There's a reason Stephen A. Smith phones the box office for Clark. And that type of star power is invaluable in a league that is still vying for public recognition. To be fair, Angel Reese is more than simply a well-known figure on social media. She is a fierce defender, a powerful rebounder, and a major contributor to the Chicago Sky's competitiveness. However, she has also been at the heart of many viral incidents, such as making fun of people in interviews and refusing to shake hands after games. It's entertaining to certain fans. Others see it as evidence that she is allowing her pride to overwhelm her abilities. Stephen, yes, the point is evident. Every move matters since the league is tiny and the spotlight is smaller. Stephen A. is blaming the league itself at this point, which is when the criticism becomes more severe. Rather of defending and elevating Caitlin Clark as a talent for future generations, the WNBA has let needless controversy and physical abuse take center stage. And even if it can spark discussion on the internet, it runs the risk of offending casual fans who came for Clark's shot rather than a brawl. Stated differently, the WNBA has a marketing gold mine, but it may burn out before they can profit from it. Not to mention that Angel Reese has already disagreed with popular sentiment. Controversy, contentious press conferences, and tweets that spark whole news cycles are all encouraged by the White House. Meanwhile, sponsors and marketers love Caitlin Clark because of her calm, focused personality. It's the traditional equation for sports marketing. He attracts more attention, sells more jerseys, and gives sponsors a sense of security. And that scoreboard is now skewed significantly in Clark's favor. The last thing Stephen A. Smith said to Ree wasn't a subtle one. "Your career is finished." He wasn't stating that Ree couldn't play, to be clear. He was cautioning that your career as a star in professional sports might finish far sooner than your career as an athlete. Who remains relevant is determined by the people. Who gets paid is decided by the sponsors. And there will be harsh repercussions if Ree continues to play the villain without winning the battle on the court. The WNBA is ultimately at a turning point. It may elevate Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark as the future's faces, or it can lean into the drama and hope controversy sells. Because the league may miss the opportunity to create something enduring if this competition heats up too quickly. Because resentment doesn't go away in sports, it explodes. All eyes are now on the next meeting between these two. Even though Stephen A. Smith's admonition seems severe, it could be precisely what Angel Reese needs to hear. Because, in reality, having skill wins you a spot in professional sports. However, perception is what maintains you in the public eye. And time is of the essence right now. Contrary to popular belief, the WNBA is not on fire. Breaking viewing records, Angel Reese, the self-described Bayou Barbie, has once again shown disdain toward rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN is now intervening with a warning so incisive that it may determine the league's destiny. Will women's basketball be saved by this rivalry, or will it be destroyed from within? Tonight, we explore why the whole sports world is taking sides in this rivalry that goes beyond basketball. We must go back to April 2nd, 2023, in order to comprehend the firestorm. Iowa versus LSU in the NCAA Women's National Championship. After 2 consecutive games with 40 points, Caitlin Clark had gained national attention. However, LSU controlled the last few minutes under Angel Reese's leadership. Then, in the moment that ignited the internet, Ree made fun of Clark by pointing to her ring finger and making the "you can't see me" signal. Overnight, the video went viral, igniting a national discussion about swagger, sportsmanship, and unfair competition in women's sports. Let's go forward to May 2024. The two ladies joined the WNBA. Ree with the Chicago Sky and Clark with the Indiana Fever. Every gaze, push, and scoreboard check between them was captured on video from the very first night. During their first professional encounter, there were heated arguments, trash language, and physical altercations. Even though Clark made an effort to minimize it, the media didn't accept it. Each bundle of highlights became a rivalry reel. Then came the moment that rocked the world of sports discussion. In addition to discussing the rivalry, Stephen A. Smith cautioned the league on ESPN's First Take. Translation: they're risking the future of the WNBA. Smith maintained that certain players, like Reese, are resentful of Caitlin Clark's quick ascent, and that envy is the root of the conflict. The NBA was rescued by a collision of styles and personalities between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in the 1980s, which he likened to the possibility of this rivalry. He did, however, issue a warning: mishandle this, and it could be the league's downfall. Caitlin Clark is the league's top attraction, not just another rookie. In 2024, WNBA games with Clark attracted 3 times as many views as those without her. Sales of merchandise soared. All throughout the country, arenas sold out. Casual sports enthusiasts began to pay attention because of her. However, athletes who feel underappreciated despite their own skill may become resentful of the attention. Despite being a strong competitor and one of the league's best rebounders, Reese headlines tend to focus more on controversy than skill. Angel Reese has experienced media storms before. Reese has established a reputation for playing the villain, from her indignant remarks made in the White House after LSU's victory to her furious interactions with reporters to her subtly disparaging remarks on social media. Clark, however, has maintained her composure and allowed her game speak for itself. With supporters taking sides, and every encounter between them being a hot subject, the disparity has further widened the gulf. The 2025 WNBA calendar offers us 5 Clark versus Reese games, 5 opportunities for the league to succeed or fail. Lean in, but do it with respect, is Smith's suggestion. Create a story about intense rivalry rather than personal grievances. Because if this becomes poisonous, the league as a whole will be affected, not just these two. The last remarks made by Stephen A. Smith were significant. Long before your athletic career ends, your stardom may come to an end. Put differently, being in the limelight is a privilege. And off-color drama is now threatening to dull the WNBA's brightest light. The league has two options: either safeguard its top players and expand its viewership, or let this fantastic chance pass them by. Here's the question, then. Will Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark become the women's basketball equivalent of the Bird in Magic, or will they serve as a reminder of what could have been? Their careers will be shaped by the response.